Warping stabilizes in Davinci Resolve is very easy to do. Today I'm gonna show you how to do it. The first way to easily add the stabilization effect in Davinci Resolve is through the edit page. The edit page in the Davinci Resolve can be found at the bottom of the screen next to the media, cut, fusion, and color pages. So clicking on the edit page will bring you to a large timeline, a playback window, a media pool, and something known as an inspector. The inspector is where you'll be stabilizing your footage. So, bring the footage you want to stabilize into your timeline and click on it. Then go over to the inspector window and scroll all the way down to the bottom. Here, you will find a submenu labeled stabilization. So open the submenu up to reveal a slew of different stabilization modes. Here, clicking the red button on the left-hand side will activate and deactivate your stabilization. Once the stabilization menu is open, click on the Stabilize button to begin the stabilization process. Davinci Resolve has an algorithm that goes through your full video and picks out the larger movements. Then, beneath the Stabilize button are a few different options for how Davinci Resolve stabilizes your footage. There's a perspective, similarity, and translation. Perspective is similar to warp stabilization in Premiere Pro and looks at all the jitters in your footage. Similarity analyzes your footage pin, tilt, and rotation. Finally, translation analyzes your footage's pan and tilt, but not the rotation. Beneath all of this is a checkbox labeled Camera Lock. What Camera Lock does is, it tries to mimic a tripod effect on your footage. This effect can vary depending on how much movement your footage has. There's the zoom function, which removes any black bars that may present after the footage is stabilized. For the most part, it's best to always keep this box checked. After that, there is a cropping ratio slider. Adjusting this slider will tell Davinci how much you want your footage cropped once it's stabilized. The smooth slide changes how smoothly the movements are interpreted when the stabilization effect is applied. Lastly, there is a strength slider, which determines just how intense the stabilization effect is on your footage. Keep in mind, the higher the slider is, the weirder your footage may look. Putting this setting too high may make your foot look like jello. Stabilizing footage depends entirely on the user, and there are no one-size-fits-all settings. It's best to stabilize your footage with the default settings and go from there. Once you click the stabilization button, a progress bar will show up on the screen telling you how long is left on the stabilization. So after you play back your footage, you'll be able to make changes in real time.